announcers behind me, we just want to welcome you. We're the BeLoved core team, and y'all are all the community, and we're so grateful that you're here. I'm going to quickly introduce my dear one, who's going to come and sing for y'all, or as I would say, sang. She's going to sing. And then we're going to talk to you a little bit more about what the space is about for just a few minutes. And our other dear one, Bahisha Hassan, is going to come and do a space blessing with all of us. So we're very honored to have you here. Without further ado, Rhoda Weaver. Soul status. From the streets and the struggle and everything in between, my sister always brings love, raises the roof, calling for justice, and keeps us going in the long journey. I don't know about y'all, but if it wasn't for music, it would be hard for me to be in the long journey of movement. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm grateful for you, because you always sing for the movement wherever you are. You carry that with you. And so we're going to let her sing for us tonight. And I'm so grateful to have you here. Mine's all you.
Tall people struggle.
How about seats up here in the front?
I'm very honored to be here tonight, to be a part of this. And I feel compelled to I guess give a disclaimer. So in case my voice starts doing things that it shouldn't and I'm not able to bring it like I really want to, y'all just join in, because I know y'all probably know these songs, so don't play with me. Okay? I know y'all know this one, so we'll start out with this. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. Y'all can clap. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me, and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. You want the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see, wait and see. Oh, another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you out with that. I've been dealing with some medical issues for the last year or so, and it's affected my voice. So I'm not happy about that, but I'm making it through, and I refuse to let it get to me. So I've still been accepting things like this because I can't not be a part of this. So.
That's right. That's right.
I chose this song because I think that this is like one of the most appropriate songs that I could sing at an event for BeLoved. Who here among us has not been broken? Who here among us is without guilt or pain? So often abandoned by our transgressions. If such a thing as grace exists, then grace exists for lives like this. There are no strangers, there are no outcasts, there are no orphans of God. So many fallen, but hallelujah, there are no orphans of God. Come ye unwanted and find affection. Come all ye weary, come and lay down your head. Come ye unworthy, you are my brother. If such a thing as grace exists, then grace was made for lives like this. There are no strangers, there are no outcasts, there are no orphans of God. So many fallen, but hallelujah, there are no orphans of God. Oh, blessed Father, look down upon us. We are your children. We need your love. We run before your throne of mercy and seek your face to rise above. There are no strangers, there are no outcasts, there are no orphans of God. So many fallen, but hallelujah, there are no orphans of God. There are no orphans of God. Get water first.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
I think some of y'all might be old enough to know this song. I don't know. Y'all all look pretty young to me. Paul and Silas bound in jail, had no money for to go their bail. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout, doors popped open, they all walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Well, the only chains that we can stand are the chains of hand in hand. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Got my hands on the freedom plow, wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Thank you.
Wasn't that powerful? Hold on, friends. How amazing in this space that some of the first words sung in here are no more outcasts and no more strangers. And I hope that you feel home here, because that's what we are about, is being at home with each other. I don't know about y'all, but especially in the last couple of years, I feel like my home has been stolen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we've been feeling it for a while. Some of us been here a while. Some of us ain't got no homes still. And we see that, and that's real. We started this thing on Grove Street as the condo went up right behind the Senior Opportunity Center. Poncho would come out every day and say, they're coming for us. They're coming for us. And I'm a person of hope. I don't know about y'all, but I need some hope in these days. And I said, where are the people going to be? Where are we going to gather? What is space for us? Where is it going to be? And I just kept wondering and hoping and wondering and hoping and looking and hoping and wondering and hoping. And here we are. We hope that this is space for the people right in the heart of downtown, where we can take back our town, where we can take back our town. All of us together. All of us being at home together. As my friend Mary would say, I'm not homeless. I may be houseless, but I'm not homeless. I maybe have pushed to the margins. And there was a reason why we wanted to have black women centered here, singing and speaking and blessing this space. In the very heart of our city, we're not too far up the street. Sacrilege has happened. In fact, my dear one, Carmen, who's been working so hard here, we were talking about little cutout people. And she started calling them dolls because she said people are never property, never cutouts. But we've tried to do that in this town. So we want to make sure that those that have been sort of pushed as far to the margins have a place at the center. Our Latinx community, who's been pushed to the shadows and made invisible, would have space to gather. Workers that work and toil in the shadows would have a space to gather. Elders would have a space to gather. Children would have a space to gather, because we all need to be here, and that's what movement looks like. We need community to make movement happen, to sustain our souls and our spirits. Anybody need some healing? We hope that this is going to be a space for healing. We have always said that we're a sanctuary for everybody. And I can't make a sanctuary and you can't make a sanctuary, but we can all make a sanctuary. In other words, we can only make safe space together for everybody. So will y'all partner with us in making this a sanctuary? Making this safe space for everybody? Absolutely. But I see a lot of people getting labeled, usually by some deficit that somebody thinks we have. And as one of my friends would say, y'all didn't put me in a file folder because we don't manage people. But we believe everybody's gifted. Everybody needs to belong and everybody needs to have purpose because we're gifted and we belong to each other. So this is a space where everybody can bring their gifts together. And one of those people I want to introduce right now is Adrian, my lovely partner, and who has really took on the, I call it subcontracting role. This space, who was here before this space became this space? Who saw it in its roughest form? We got some people in the room. I mean, this space was rough. Rough. And so many people have put their hands to the plow. So many, and Adrian's gonna probably call many of them out. But I want you to know this one had many sleepless nights. And really, this place wouldn't have been were it not for the work that you have done. I want to say thank you from our core team publicly, because while so much of the work of BeLoved has been going and ongoing, we continued, a lot of the work that we've been doing while this space was being renovated, and you were able to do that. And we were able to pay many of our folks a living wage to help up here do this work. So that's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to call Adrian. She's going to tell you more about sort of the practical aspects of what we're going to do here. Come on down.
It's hot, y'all. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I think this is not my day.
There we go. See, everybody has a gift. This woman has many gifts. I know. Some of y'all know.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow. There's a lot of people here. I see a lot of faces in this space that came when we did the initial reveal. I'm like really emotional, y'all.
We love you.
Take all the time you need, Adrian.
This is awesome. I wish I could see the pictures though.
If you want to see what it looked like before, you'll have to come over.
Man,
We're
I
having
just
some
huddled
technological
around my
challenges.
I got about 4 of them.
Yeah. Whew. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I could do this.
You can.
So yeah, we'll just get down to business. So we have every hope to include everybody. The things that have happened at Grove Street will come to this space. One of the many projects that I'm super proud about, and I see you peeking around the corner back there, Dave. Our street medic team finally has a place to like expand and grow and be and train artists. Like, it's just crazy. I don't know. I can't do this, right?
You're doing it.
Doing great.
Doing it. You're doing it.
And it's, you know, there's not a lot of places for people, and there's not a lot of places to create and to heal, and like every face that I see in here has that ability to bring to this space. So our goal is to kind of operate on a monthly calendar, where we'll have certain things on certain days every week, and then we'll also have open space for folks that want to lead a workshop, or Bruce, wherever you are, there you are, Tai Chi and yoga and art classes, and just whatever the community feel like, you know, if there's a need, then we hope that this space can be a place that can happen. So I have a lot I could say. Actually, I probably can't because I can't get through it right now. So yeah, I'm not much of a talker, but I'm just overwhelmed with the amount of people and the love and the way that this place looks now compared to what it did. So yeah, I'm just very thankful for everybody for being here. And I want to bring in the other part of the core team who, hi. So many of you know Pancho. He's our other core team member, also my brother. And he's put a lot of time and energy and tears into this place. So I'm gonna let him go.
So you can see that we are not people that like to talk. We are the people that like to do stuff. Like I usually say that I don't like to meet with people. I don't like to talk about the issue. I like to do something about the issue. And this is the stuff that when I see this room full, I see that these people ready. And this place, like even they look like only the three of us gonna speak here and later Keisha. This is happening because all you support. Like before we were living with a budget that was $30,000 a year. So we use this money for pay the rent and pay the bills. Because like I guess the difference between our organization and other organization is that we don't pay ourselves. So the way that I understand this is that we don't make profit in a no-profit world. So because this year we receive more support of all you than you are here. We are able to rent another space and expand. And the way that we see this is like we have an extension for the community to have a place to be. And you know, when I was young, I grew in Mexico, so people always teach me, or in the school teach me about October 12th, the day that Columbus came to this continent, and they say that it's a day to the celebration. So this made me think like it's the 11th of October. And we are taking back, and I'm not talking about the brown people taking back, the local people taking back, taking back this place. So, yeah, I guess the thing for me is like, we need to be ready because big time is coming. Local people need to start fighting, and this place here in the middle of downtown is gonna make look these people, may look bad, the people in the city. You know, then we apply for a grant in the city for do this thing, and they say no to us. Because we was 10 years in advance than other people. So they say no to us, so we figured out a way to make this place happen. Not with the support of the city, because the way that I understand this is local people need to take care of local people, and this is the way that this place is going to be running. Like, we're going to be teaching the stuff that we know. That's stuff that I know. Like, I'm going to be teaching guitar lessons, I'm going to be teaching screenplay, all the stuff that I know. And I hope that you join to us and teach us something. Because this is going to be the place that we're going to change our skills, and we're going to start taking care of us, because this is taking care of the tourist people that don't live here. So we need to take care of us.
That's right.
It made me feel when I talk about this stuff that's happening in this city. Then the reason that it's very popular this city is because people like us came to this city. And we made this city grow, and now then it's popular, they are kicking us out. I know people, like the people that work here in Polanco, they live like 30 minutes away from here. This is insane. And they are building these hotels. I know see, then they are building a space for the community here. This is insane. They are building stuff for people that don't live here. It's time for them to start thinking and take care of the workers that need the blood of this city. Pay living wage to these people. Because this is the people that run the city. This is insane that only a few people is making a lot of money here, and the workers need to live very far away because it's not a way that they can afford to live close to downtown. So I hope that you can join, because this is not going to be the three of us running this place. It's going to be everybody. It's the space for the community, running for the community, and the community and the other thing. You can Google the other part. So thank you.
The other thing, do y'all know what the other thing is? I think the other thing is liberation. I think that's what we all been dreaming for, working for, fighting for. We're going to build the new world in the shell of the old. That's the quote I learned from my ancestors, right? And there's some great ancestors here with us. Do y'all feel them? I'm going to call my dear one, Carmen Ramos Kennedy. I can't see you, but I know you're in here somewhere. She's coming. And I neglected to share something. I've got something for Rhoda, because you're our angel. Angels are messengers, right? And she uses her messaging tool. And so there's something in here, because we want you to remember that you're our angel, you're our messenger. You bring good news to us. You keep us going. But the ancestors are here.
Absolutely.
And Carmen's here to share libations with us tonight, to honor all those who came before us.
First, we want you to just center into yourself. We want to welcome amongst us those that did all the work before we came, the shoulders we stand upon. Please, into yourself, welcome them into this space. There was a lot of work done. They died, they fought, they bled for us. It's important. We want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the good spirit you bring here. And I hope that you brought your ancestors along with you too. At this moment, I'm just going to, our candle was lit. It's
Who has a light? Who has a light for Carmen?
Here's a light. It is a ritual among African people, and I think other people as well, to pour a libation in recognition of the people that came before us, and to welcome those that are here. So this is for those that came before us. Now I'd like for anybody that wants to call out a name with us, beyond us, that you want to bring into this space. Just call out the name and lift them up.
Harold. Ashe.
Ashe.
Taylor.
Ashe.
Hammer.
Ashe. 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 Let's welcome them. Let's embrace them. Let's use their spirits and their strength to push us forward. Thank you so much for being here.
All right.
I want to honor some folks in the room, some very special folks in the room who we call our justice leaders, who do work with us on the regular day-to-day. If you're a street medic, would you raise your hand? Because some of them are standing and some of them are sitting down. If you're a Rise Up Studio artist, will you raise your hand? If you have marched in the streets with us, will you raise your hand? Yes. If you have sent love our way in whatever capacity, raise your hand. Yes. Because we need each other. We need each other. And I hope that's really clear. And we're going to fight together. And we're going to share together. And that is called liberation. We're not all free until everybody is free. I recall Fannie Lou Hamer saying that. A couple of years ago, I kept having this recurring dream, and it was Harriet Tubman running through the woods. She just kept running through my dreams, and I thought, what is this about? And there's I figured a lot of that out, which I can tell you, that has to do with the work of liberation that we were called to do in the coming years that happened. That was really hard. Really hard. And yet Harriet was with us. But I learned that she crossed over on my birthday. We share that date, March the 10th. But I don't know if y'all know that, but when Harriet finally sort of landed, because we know she kept coming back and coming back to liberate, to liberate, to liberate. But then she kept on liberating because she opened her home and shared it. Did y'all know this? She had this radical home of hospitality where anybody that had been outcast or didn't have space to be, she created a sanctuary for them in her later years. And I don't think a lot of us know that. So she did just her whole life long, she was a liberator and lived her liberation. And we have somebody else here tonight that lives their liberation. And her name is Reverend Mahisha Hassan. We understand liberation together.
Yeah, we do.
And one of the things that we know is that liberation is mutual. And we don't arrive, or I don't have liberation, or I'm not liberated. I get liberated when I'm with you. We liberate each other. And we practice liberation together. And we've been on a journey together. We've talked a lot about places and spaces for mutual liberation. And we want this to be that. And we hope we've been that for a long time. This may be this on stilts a little bit. But Mahisha Hassan has really traveled the country liberating people. So I see you standing on the shoulders of Harriet. I see you living for Harriet and for all the Harriets to come. And Mahisha walks through a container called Movement in Faith because she wants to help people get involved and engaged in the movement through whatever our faith may be, the thing that propels us forward in our spirits. And I thought, who better to help propel us forward in our spirits than Mahisha Hassan, who was grounded here for just a minute, but is now grounded in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Memphis Center for Urban and Theological Studies. But before she comes up here, I want to share a couple of gifts because we want you to hold on your person of us. We want to be with you because we know you're with us. And so we have two things for you. One is this, to remind you of your ancestors. And the rough passage here that I know lives in your blood. And it cries out through you for freedom and liberation. And so we honor you with that. And this is a stole. The stole means that you don't work for yourself any longer. You're working for the community, for the one who created all of us. This stole was hung on me by somebody from the street, and I knew it wasn't mine because as much as I love this is African kente cloth. And so I knew it belonged to somebody, but I didn't know, and I waited. I've had it for years, and I waited and waited. And I knew somebody told me this is the mantle that you should have. And I understand you don't have one of these at all. So we are honored to gift you with this symbol. That you don't get liberated to just stay, but you liberate others and you go back and say, Harriet did. So it's my honor to. So bless us now.
So this is the continuation of the portion of the program where we cry. So let's all actually breathe together. Let's take, whether you close your eyes or keep them open, whatever is your comfort place in your body, go into that place and let's all enter this room and leave something in this room and take in something, take each other in together. So we take a deep breath in, inhale, and a deep breath out. And 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in those ancestors that breathed before us. Breathing out the future that we're now all a part of. So this is a time where we are super excited. A little bit about, I'm going to do some framing about kind of how this came to be. And I went to an organizing intensive originally, and a couple folks went together with a group called Project South, and southtosouth.org is a amazing website if you've ever heard of it. And they do Southern movement assemblies, and these are people assemblies, and this is where you celebrate and you harness people power and what that power can look like. And I just want to, y'all are the people, and we are the power. Okay? So we're not going to be afraid of what power can be. We're just not going to reproduce the hot mess power that's in play right now, right? So people power, and that's part of their focus. And so a group of us went to a really small group, maybe 3 or 4 of us went to Atlanta to learn from this. And we learned these amazing concepts and got these amazing tools, and we sang and we cried and we poured into each other and we celebrated our wins. Oh my God. Sorry. So we celebrated our wins, and we examined our losses. And we did that across a southern region so we could learn from each other, we could grow, we could do better each time. And I wrote the dates down, Mick was telling me, I think we went to Atlanta in 2016, and then in October of that same year, we went to an SMA in Chattanooga. Born out of these SMAs, they have them all over the South. I would love, love, love to have another Asheville delegation go. And what better place, yes, I think, Nick, what better place to start that organizing than the space that you now dwell in. So the next SMA is coming up. We will get that information to you and be a part of that. And the biggest part is to be able to go and say, I learned about this at the Mutual Aid and Liberation Center in Asheville, founded and put together by the people of BeLoved and BeLoved Asheville. One of the things that came out from the SMA was a Southern Movement Blueprint. Super dope, super amazing, laid out, and it wasn't, I'm a professor by profession, but what I liked about this group blueprint is it's not some theoretical, something that was made in an institution. It's an actual reflection of what is actually happening in movement in the South, right? A reflection of, not a theoretical conception of, okay? And this blueprint is possible. And I'm going to tell you why I know it's possible. Because on that blueprint it says, establish a mutual aid and liberation center in your local community. And what have we established today, people? A place and purposing of mutual aid and liberation centered here. That is what this is, and that is why we celebrate today. Thank you for all that you have put into it to be a part of it. And we're just going to offer some words of blessing into the space and even into ourselves, okay? We want to bless the corners, which represent the margins. The hearth, the boards. Bless each place of rest, each door that opens wide to the stranger, to kin, and to community. Bless. Say bless. Bless. Bless the window panes that let in the sunshine.